today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today. Years on harnessing the power of creativity, ingenuity, community, and academic excellence.
I believe that if you get your degree, the world is going to feel like it's shrinking.
Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome inside the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center. I'm Calvin Keys, joined by Braden Packard here for the start of a new season of Adrian College basketball. NCAA Division III hoops as the Bulldogs host the Yeomen of Oberlin College, making the 2-hour drive from the Cleveland area. As I said, I'm joined by Braden Packard tonight. And Braden, what are you looking forward to in this one? Good to have basketball back in Lenawee County.
Oh, you just love to have basketball back. It's my favorite time of year, and love to see it here in Marilat Sports Center with the Bulldogs and the Yeomen for the season opener.
Certainly.
I look forward to the electric plays we'll see tonight. We'll see some dunks. We'll see some threes. Can't wait to see it all.
Certainly.
How about you? What are you looking for?
I'm looking forward to see some of this veteran leadership return for the Bulldogs. First and foremost, you got Mike Reitnauer being announced in the starting lineup right now. The guard is shifty. He can shoot. He can play defense, and he's going to be a leader for this team. The senior, Nick Seifert, will also join him, a returning junior who played a big impact in the paint last season, Braden. Should be a fun one. This is an Oberlin team that was 8-18 last season. Bulldogs also had a losing record. Their final mark was 7-19, so very similar records for both of these teams a season ago. So that means that they have a lot to prove, a little bit of a chip on their shoulder going into this one, Braden.
You got to say, both teams are very chippy. You can see number 24 already wearing a mask in the season opener. You can really see he could probably play some chippy defense. He's not afraid to play.
Milan Makanovich will go up with Josh Jordan for the tip-off here. Yeomen win it back, and a new basketball season underway in Adrian, Michigan. And the Bulldogs are going to get possession as a bit of a miscue off the tip there from Oberlin.
Yep, number 11, Yuki Ukubo, tried to make the play on it, but the ball just ended up going out of bounds.
Putting it back in play here is Braylon Dickerson, the freshman from nearby Ann Arbor, Michigan, attended Huron High School. Just awaiting the restart here from the official. Lengthy pause here. We were in suspense for the new basketball season to start, and now we're in suspense for the game to continue, Braden. But Dickerson will play it in for Seifert, the junior forward from Tiffin, Ohio. He's got it on the right side. He'll bounce this one down for Josh Jordan. Jordan posting up, turning to his right, staying with it. A nice reverse to get the Bulldogs going.
Nice move by Josh Jordan. Nice little post up. Nice little drop in. Nice little layup to get it in.
Great finish as the Yeomen are going to draw the foul. Driving in there was Dmitry Radusinovic, the senior from Podgorica, Montenegro.
That'll just be a light shooting foul, so those will be two free throws here. Let's see if he can get them.
Two chances from the stripe here for Radusinovic. Crowd getting loud. Great fans in attendance here at the Marilad as Radusinovic will knock down the first. Second is also good to tie this one up at 2 apiece. Seifert to inbound for Dickerson. What'd you see on the shooting form there that led to those successful free throws, Braden?
And he was concentrated. He was poised, and when he wasn't distracted. You realize, hey, I got to knock these two down to tie up the game, and it's early. If I get the form down early, we can keep on going with that form throughout the game.
Kendall Chrisman will brick a shot. Oberlin will hurry in transition into the paint. This is kicked back out. Now controlled by Yuki Okubo, junior from Los Angeles. They'll move it around the perimeter. Radusinovic looking down low. This is fumbled and stolen away by Chrisman. Pushes it for Dickerson. Dickerson will put on the brakes, tried to spin around, lost it. Now they'll scramble on the floor. Okubo's there. Reitnauer's there. Still a little bit of hot potato there on the hardwood, Braden, but Oberlin comes away with the basketball,
You love to see each player put their bodies on the line just to get the ball back for their team. You love to see the responsibility as well. You know, you saw them tapping on their chest like, hey, that was on me, guys. I'll get you guys next time.
Gannon moving it again for Okubo. Being defended, 6 on the shot clock. Here's Okubo cutting back, and the floater was short. Rebounded by Dickerson, and Adrian able to lock up on defense. Dickerson back with it, bouncing for Jordan. Seifert faked the shot from downtown. Now he'll drive in, looking for passing options. They're going to say he stepped out on the baseline. Stingy defense from both teams early on as we've got a 2-2 game 2 minutes in.
We really love to see that people are using their body weight to their advantage. When you see people getting close to that out of bounds line, you can use your body weight, just manipulate it a little bit. But don't make it so that they can flop, so that they can get 2 free throws.
This is Okubo being defended tightly by Reitnauer. Dropped off. Here's J.J. Gray. Fadeaway jumper. Count it.
Oh, my. That was some great handles from J.J.
That it was. Fading away as he put it in. Seifert. They'll look into the middle. Here's Jordan. Josh Jordan posting up again, and that is blocked. Great D by Makanovich. Didn't give him any room to breathe there, Braden.
Indeed, Makanovich was right there the whole time, and there he is going to post up right in the paint, and I believe that is an and one.
No, it was a travel against J.J. Gray as he headed into the key. And being reminded by the crowd that is not allowed under the rules of basketball. That is not how Dr. Naismith intended the game to be played. Nick Seifert from the right side, and they're going to call a foul on the floor against Yuki Okubo here, as perhaps got a bit overeager in defense of Reitnauer.
Did that be a reach-in foul?
First foul of the night for Okubo. This will be sent in to Dickerson. Bulldogs with it here, looking to close the gap on a 2-point deficit. And Reitnauer wisely noticed that the ball was deflected and will let it roll out of play. Bulldogs keep the basketball.
Right, you'll see with Braylon Dickerson, he likes to do the behind the back because he gets that spacing that he likes, but also creates a sort of hesitation as he gets a mid-range shot to go.
Dickerson, stop and pop. It's 4-4. Okubo. This is kicked out. On the dribble drive, gets the bucket and one. Andrew Gannon. How about that from the junior? Tough bucket, but he made it look easy.
You really love to see that. When taking the layup, you love to see that he led with his shoulder and then he laid it up. When it really comes to the layup, you got to slow yourself down and make sure that you're going at the right momentum. Otherwise, you can really break the shot. As he barely gets that free throw.
Just snuck it in there off the back iron as Gannon completes the three-point play. 7-4 Yeoman. Dickerson looking for Jordan. Now he'll dish it off for Chrisman. Kendall Chrisman, deep two. And that one will clang off the iron and fall to Okubo. And Gray's going to travel again. My goodness, I think that's the second traveling violation in this game.
I believe that was a carry. Like, as he tried to fake a hesitation, but then he stepped as well. You can't do that when you are faking the hesitation. That is a carry.
Good eye there. I thought I saw the traveling signal, but I think you're right. Here's DJ Morrow, checks into the game, and the freshman from Lake Orion will take it up the court. Seifert. Dickerson, defended by Gray, looking for help to arrive. He'll go back up top for Seifert. Seifert laid off for Morrow. 8 to shoot for the Bulldogs. Morrow from three, no good. Great defense from the Yeoman to keep the Bulldogs to the perimeter as Okubo will set up Raducinovic. The big fella tried his luck from deep. Oberlin the board. They keep possession here. Raducinovic for Gannon. Gave it, got it back, couldn't hang on. Bulldog ball.
You love to see the accountability from Makanovich. He was just tapping on his chest like, hey, that was on me, fellas. I'll get you with a better pass next time. You really love to see the accountability.
Give and go plays are fun to watch, but it didn't look like there was a window to deliver the ball in deep there.
Right, it was a high pass, but then you're really close to the basket. You can't really you just have to fit it in the right place at the right time, and it just had a little bit too much juice on it.
Dickerson tried the trifecta. Again, it won't go as the score remains 7-4 in favor of the visitors, Oberlin. Here's a chance for Busquet, and the foul will be called. I believe that's against Adrian, so Oberlin's going to keep possession after the miss. We saw there Will Busquet, the third, just entered the game and already trying to make an impact from three-point range. Couldn't capitalize. Oberlin catches the break. They'll keep the rock.
You love to see how everyone plays a certain role in their offense and their defense. He was just trying to get the tray out, and I believe that will be a reach-in foul.
Reach-in is called. See who the call is against. It is against the Bulldogs. Oberlin keeps possession. This is sent in for Okubo. Trying to get away there. Shakes loose from Rechsteiner. Tried the layup. Rebounded. And Adrian's going to get possession. What's the call there?
I'm unaware. I'm not sure because Akuba had a good lay, but it was just
tough to tell what the call was on that occasion. Contentious rebound, and the foul was called, I think, against Oberlin. So Bulldogs get the ball back. It's DJ Morrow. Morrow up top, as they're going to call a blocking foul against the Bulldogs. And that's going to give possession right back to Oberlin.
When you're setting that screen, you got to keep your feet set. You know what I mean? It's like once you set that screen, you got to stop and wait until they hit you, and then you can go.
That was Darius Welch who was called for the screen. Now with it is Makanovich. Spiroglu turned it over. This is to Dickerson. He'll hesitate. Now moving in, looking for the finish. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Oberlin. They evade pressure, and Busquet will move it for Okubo. Yuki Okubo sets up Anastasis Spiroglu, who gets the three.
Great job by Spiroglu to get the tray. That was a great job by Akuba to get that little pick and pop going. You know what I mean? Just get him open, and then he just capitalized on it, got the tray.
6-point lead for the Yeomen. Can the Bulldogs respond? This is Reed Schilling looking back out. Finds Rechsteiner, trifecta.
Wet like water. You love to see that.
Nice shot from Rechsteiner to cut the deficit to 3 for Adrian College. Busquet trying to get loose. Makanovich. Okubo. Okubo dancing in, trying to get it through. That's off the foot of Morrow, and Oberlin will keep the ball as Seth Logan checks in for the Adrian Bulldogs, the sophomore Fenton product. And moving in for Oberlin will be Zach Bronson, junior from Los Angeles. Bronson has it here on the right side of the hardwood. Dropped it off. Pump fake from Radusinovic. Got it up just before the horn. They're going to say it's no good. It was after the buzzer went. Didn't release the shot in time. So the basket will not count. Would have been a 2.
And you just love to see that separation. Just couldn't get it off in time. Just got the perfect 1-2, and then
Dmitry Radusinovic almost got the bucket, but the shot clock expired. Long take from DJ Morrow as he was clipped. No call on the floor. Here's Zach Bronson in transition. Bronson leaves it for Anastasis Spiroglu. Busquet the third. Now Bronson again. Good D by Morrow. Bronson trying to get away. He'll move to the center, driving towards the cup, sent one off the side of the backboard as a big collision takes place between Rechsteiner of the Bulldogs and Busquet of the Yeomen.
Oh, that would be a fragrant one. Oh, my goodness. If he gets one more of those, he's out of the game.
And who did they call it on? Rechsteiner?
Yep.
For the Bulldogs?
Yes, sir.
My goodness. Did you see what happened there on the collision down low in the court? What'd you see?
Well, they were both trying to get the rebound and then just knocked into each other, but Rechsteiner hit him with the elbow, and that's what really got him. They were starting to chippy at each other, but glad to see that it got broken up fast. Got the fragrant one foul, though. Get one more of those. He's out of the game for good.
Rechsteiner will have to keep his composure after committing that flagrant one foul. Thanks, Braden, for breaking that play down for us. And we'll stay here as this timeout nearly expired. The score is Oberlin 10, Adrian 7, as we prepare to resume play with Oberlin in possession. What have you seen from Adrian so far? They trail by 3, but a lot to still be excited about if you're an Adrian College basketball fan.
I love to see that Adrian's not afraid to take the shot. You know what I mean? It's like they're not afraid to drive to the basket, and they're not afraid to take the mid-range, and they're also not afraid to take the tray. You love to see that on all 3 levels, and they're also playing some chippy defense.
Spiroglu, native of Athens, Greece, has it here, trying to get around Chrisman. They'll kick it out for the corner 3. That's off the rim. Bulldogs can't keep it in. That ball.
I believe I saw somebody try to reach for it, but I didn't. But I don't believe you touch it. I believe that you are right. But I think it's still Yeoman's ball. I don't know what the call is by that. But ref had a better angle on it than we did.
Certainly, that's for sure. Head coach for the Oberlin Yeomen is Shiva Senthil, and for the Bulldogs, it's the second-year man, Tim Kaiser, serving as head coach. This is dropped off. Bronson, quick ball movement to find Radusinovic, tries another 3. He's been unsuccessful so far. All the way back up for Bronson, directing traffic. We'll find Millard. Robert Millard gets it back for Busquet with 5 to shoot. It's Will Busquet who has it. Being defended by Logan, has to lob one up. That's an air ball and a shot clock violation.
And you love to hear the crowd going wild. They are playing chippy defense. They couldn't get the opportunity. They couldn't even breathe for a second. They barely got the shot off, and it was just an awkward one.
You feel great from a defensive standpoint when you're able to force a shot clock violation like that and not give Oberlin a look they want, right?
Especially one in the deep 3 zone. You got to force a really bad shot, and if they make it, then they make it. It's a bad shot.
Jordan posts up, no finish. J.J. Gray. Bronson moving it for Radusinovic, who will settle this play down. Robert Millard again for Gray, will hand off and then finds its way to Millard once more. Gray covered here by Logan, and again, Oberlin unable to get any penetration. They've got 5 to put one up. Deep shot will miss that time from Andrew Gannon. And up the other way, Rechsteiner turned it over in transition. Back up, it's Gannon. Looking up and missed the 2. That was a gimme for Andrew Gannon, but couldn't get it to go.
Right, he was taking it coast to coast, just couldn't capitalize on it. You know, tried to get a little teardrop on it, couldn't get the right amount of touch on it.
Mike Reitnauer, pump fake, bounce for Jordan.
Nice little teardrop. Oh, Lord.
Bulldogs get the finish. Reitnauer the assist on that bucket from Josh Jordan to make it a 1-point ball game. Here's Gray, 9:40 to go in this first half. Looking for an opening. Josh Jordan says, not in my house. Reitnauer will get it back. This one is bounced for Chrisman, as I think he was clipped, and that's going to be, I think, a foul against Oberlin, correct?
Yes, that will be a reach-in foul. I believe that's why. Is he getting subbed out? Or is that somebody else that's getting subbed out for the Bulldogs?
That's Josh Recksteiner and Seth Logan heading off for Adrian. Reitnauer chips one up for the big fella, Jordan, the 6'6 senior. Jordan's clipped that time and should be a blocking foul. He was clotheslined by Gannon, or it will be a push instead.
Love to hear the chant from the crowd saying, "You can't do that." Love to see the crowd getting involved.
Get the court cleaned off, get the broom off the floor, and get the ball to Reitnauer here for the inbound. 9:23 to go in the first half. You're listening to Adrian College Television. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard here for the home opener. Chrisman, crafty, couldn't caress the ball into the cup.
Okay, positioning by Jordan to get the rebound, though.
Dickerson nearly had it knocked away by Gray, but able to salvage as he'll head into the paint. And another foul call, which will go against Gray this time. It's been a physical contest so far. We already saw a flagrant one go against Josh Recksteiner. And, you know, both teams have made their opponents work for every inch in scoring territory.
Another thing to mention as well, you've seen a lot of reach-ins and then just the first half of the game. You really love to see that, but it's also, you hate to see it. It says it's tray. It's not a tray.
Big offensive board from Jordan. Out for Dickerson, and couldn't finish it off. Here's Okubo. Has to loft that one up as he's probably the smallest guy on the court right now. Dickerson out for Reitnauer. Side step. Had an opening. Jordan played it back out. Here's Kendall Chrisman to Dickerson. Back for Reitnauer. That one swiped away by Robert Millard. Possession staying with Adrian. Man, you get the feeling Reitnauer was able to shake loose, and he had a lane there to drive the hole.
Right, he's going to hear that in the film session coming up soon. But no, it's still a 1-point lead. We still got some time to play, fellas.
15 seconds on the shot clock for Adrian as they trail 10-9 here in the first half. NCAA Division III college hoops. It's good to be back. Seifert can't find the layup. Finishing in tight has not been ideal for either side. Okubo. Raducinovic. They play catch. Okubo will settle the play down. Looking for options as the shot clock's just going to wind down here. Bulldogs have been great on D. And Okubo trying to put it up. No finish there as Seifert in possession. He'll head to the hole and draw the foul and go to the line to shoot two. Adrian with a chance to take the lead here from the foul stripe as DJ Morrow will check back in for the team in white. Bulldogs in the all-white look, Oberlin in the all-black, and it should be noted that their mascot, the yeoman, I had to do some research pregame. It's a historical term for someone who owns and cultivates land, so I think it's a fancy way of saying farmer. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that, but I think that's a mascot that they've had for quite some time and not one you see often. Certainly unique as Seifert ties up the game at 10 by hitting the first foul shot. And misses the second. Wasn't because of the crowd. We had library-like conditions allowing him to gain his composure there on the second free throw.
I really love that comparison, library light.
It was quiet as a tomb. Okubo bounces one in. Raducinovic turns, fires, finishes.
We really love to see that post fade. Really nice positioning, and it's really hard to get that shot going. You're turning your body against the hoop, and then you're fading towards it. It's just, you love to see it.
12-10 Yeoman. Dickerson, good patience to pick out Morrow, who will try one from distance, and it rattles out. J.J. Gray has the ball in tow. He'll try a mid-range J, and it swooshes. for the 4-point lead.
Nice little pull-up mid-range jumper from JJ. Great.
Morrow. Dickerson puts on the brakes. Trying to get away from Gray. Turns and is denied by Gray. Bulldogs keep possession as they both clatter to the court. Great defense by Gray to hang with a very shifty player in Braylon Dickerson there.
That's what I'm saying. Braylon Dickerson was trying to get the wide open lane to the basket, but he wasn't allowing him to do so. Really nice to see that chippy defense on both sides of the ball. Just phenomenal. Love to see this in the season opener.
Seifert out. Chance for Schilling. Currency. Okubo dropped off for Gray. And the ball will head back to Adrian here after the blocking foul against Oberlin. 13-14, the Bulldogs trail slightly. Millard will head back in, replacing Mikanovic, native of Podgorica, Montenegro. Got 2 players from Montenegro and 1 each from Greece and New Zealand. So head coach Shiva Senthil for Oberlin recruiting from around the globe. Basketball becoming an increasingly global game as we talked about pregame, Brady. Seifert, nice move. Gets the bucket to go.
Like you were saying, it's really nice to see that the game of basketball is becoming more international and that more countries are being able to get that opportunity.
Gray missed it, but a nice board from Gannon. They reset for Okubo. Millard and Okubo interchange. Radusinovic. Millard. Defended here by Schilling, who made the 3 on the other end of the floor to give Adrian the lead. Okubo handed off. Nice shot at the buzzer coming from Andrew Gannon. Morrow looking down for Schilling, and he'll just lay it in. Take the easy route as the Bulldogs have the lead 17-16 here. The Yeomen call timeout, and we'll step aside with 5:11 to go in this first half. You're watching college basketball on Adrian College Television.
Adrian College is looking for leaders, student athletes with the tenacity to keep the Bulldogs at the top, the forefront. By sold-out crowds, got out a last-line shift, will their team to victory, hit a grand slam in the bottom of the 9th, and be a part of a legend in the making. Think you have what it takes to become a Bulldog? Visit adrian.edu to learn more.
Welcome back inside the Marilot, everyone. Adrian hosting Oberlin in their home opener as the Yeomen will inbound the ball. Bulldogs lead 17-16. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard with you on ACTV. Radusinovic, patient approach, and it paid off.
You really like to see that touch driving into the basket. It's really hard layup to do, especially in a contact.
He leads his team with 6 points so far in the contest. Seifert. Bounce for Schilling. Now it's Rechsteiner. Then Schilling again. He is stifled. And Okubo has it again. Gray challenging Rechsteiner, and Rechsteiner will snag it. Hard-nosed lunch pail mentality on defense for these Dogs. And Seifert. Yes, sir.
Seifert with the tray. Cashed it in.
Take that one to the bank. Okubo out for Gannon. Back for Okubo again. Defended by Logan. Yuki Okubo. Mano a mano with Seth Logan. They hand it off for Millard, looking to answer. He can't. Rebounded by DJ Morrow. Logan has it. And that's going to be a block against Schilling. Pretty easy call there as he clipped Okubo.
Right. You don't really want to see that. Schilling has been playing phenomenal offense. We tried just setting the screen right there, just couldn't get it.
When it comes to fouls, Milan Makanovich already has 3 for the Oberlin Yeomen, and Darius Welch leads the Bulldogs with 2. That was Schilling's first foul. Bounced for Millard. Back over. Here's Busquet. Left for Radusinovic, leading his team right now in scoring. Spiroglu. And that one's short.
Just love to see this chippy defense from the Bulldogs.
Morrow pulls up, and that shot is off the mark.
He's got to just wait for things to develop. He can't just be pulling up hitting the mid-range.
There we go. That's Radusinovic again. Dimitri with a little touch on that corner 3. 21-20 for the visitors. Seifert posting up into the paint. He'll open up space and just playing bully ball down there in the key, Braden.
You really love to see that, leading with the shoulder and with the nice touch. He had some struggles at the beginning, but he's gotten his groove down.
Okubo bowled over Logan. Radusinovic will chuck it out there. Putting one up there was Busquet. He missed it. Bulldogs back with it with 2:20 to play in the first frame. Seifert on the left side. Handoff for Schilling, looking for his second. Can't find it. Spiroglu. Top of the key. Okubo, the reverse. Clinical.
Right, with his size, you got to know that he has a really good layup package, and he might shoot the tray. Really nice to see that he got the fast break going, and he got the nice layup. Really nice finishing from Okubo.
Nick Seifert, the Tiffin product. Moving in, and he was fouled as he put up that shot that missed. So Seifert again heading to the line. He's got 5 points for these Bulldogs, trailing only Josh Jordan with a team high 8.
Let's see if Seifert can knock these down.
While we're looking at stats, how about Yuki Okubo? 4 assists so far tonight. He's been dishing it out like a waiter at a restaurant.
Love to see that.
Seifert misses the first as right now we're in Chrisman check in, along with Millard, and another opportunity from the stripe to tie this one. Here's Seifert.
Trying to lock in, make sure you.
He goes 1 for 2 from the line and makes it 23 all here in the closing stages of this first half.
It has been a close one so far, as both sides have been playing chippy defense and been playing phenomenal on offense. You love to see it.
Josh Jordan has 4 boards for Adrian. Andrew Gannon 4 for the Yeomen. Here's Andrew Millard from downtown. There it is. 26-23 Oberlin. Little Millard missile there from 3-point range.
As he just drops a bomb and it just goes right in, and he just gets bullied, but it just doesn't go in. Love to see how Jordan was playing some bully ball here in the paint.
Anastasis Spiroglu says, how do you do? Puts it in.
Spiroglu with the nice post spin. You really like to see that touch at the end. Phenomenal play by the Yeomen.
A full 360 degrees on that play. Jordan.
Put that man in the spin cycle.
Kendall Chrisman with 38 seconds left in the half. Seifert sees it, grabs it, tries one from 3. That clanks out. Here's Anastasis Spiroglu on the break. Will calmly hand it for Gannon. And Yuki Okubo with the shot clock even with the time clock. We've got 15 seconds left, and they're going to make this the last possession.
Right, they're going to try and chew as much clock as they possibly can out of this and try and find the wide open shot. try and find the right guy to shoot it as well.
Will Busquet, one to shoot, puts it up. It's good. The buzzer beater as the Yeomen head into the half up 30-23. They lead on the road by 7 in what was a very tight first half until those last couple of possessions where they pull away for, I believe, their largest lead of the ball game. Thoughts from that first half, Braden?
My thoughts are that both sides are playing chippy defense, and also both sides are not afraid to take shots. You really love to see that here in the game of basketball. Everyone, like Will Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. And it applies to basketball as well.
There you go. That's Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky.
I'll clarify that.
Sorry, my bad. I'm not a really big hockey guy.
That's okay. I appreciate you using the hockey reference, but we're here on the basketball court tonight, Braden, and it's NCAA Division III hoops. The Bulldogs home opener, they trail by 7. The score is 30-23 in favor of the Oberlin Yeomen. At the half, Dmitry Radusinovich leading Oberlin with 9 points. Josh Jordan has 9 for Adrian. So the big men leading the way for both sides. We've got 20 more minutes to see who will come out on top here in the first game of the season. And back with that after this 14-minute break here on ACTV. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard, our entire crew with you after this.
Today's students on the threshold of a magical time in your life, a time of significant growth and introspection, self-awareness, challenge, and opportunity. A time when you will always look back at and say, you know what? Those were incredibly special years. Never experienced before I arrived and never replicated after you leave college.
There's so many firsts, lasts, and in-betweens. We're certainly not the last class to get a smile and a kiss from Bruiser walking across campus. We are never going to be the last class to begin our college careers by serving our local community and pursuing our passions. Above all else, come hell or high water, we will never be the last class to come to Adrian College and find a motivated and supportive community of students, faculty, and staff, and leave with the skills and tools needed to be inspiring industry leaders and professionals with high hopes and dreams for our bright futures ahead. The people and the experiences that we are most grateful for are the ones that will continue us on this upward path for the rest of our lives. In the spirit of gratitude, thank you to my fellow classmates for being a part of this community with me. Whether we spent most of these moments together or barely crossed paths, you contributed your gifts and talents to continue the legacy of this incredible community. Thank you for prioritizing the preservation of the Adrian College experience and for continually seeking to develop the institution's ability to develop both the knowledge in our heads and the care in our hearts.
Thank you to the roommates, friends, teammates, and peers who, although we have only known each other for 4 years, it seems impossible to think about being surrounded by anyone else in the coming weeks. We celebrated each other's accomplishments, became each other's biggest cheerleaders, and never let each other struggle alone. College has been called the most formative years of our lives, but I can say for certain that these last 4 years have included both the most amazing and most difficult moments of my life. One constant, however, is the support of my friends through it all. It is impossible to thank everyone who makes up our AC family. Together, you have each played an integral role in helping us achieve this momentous milestone.
And you be proud to be a graduate of Adrian College. It's a good day to be a Bulldog. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Welcome back inside the Marilat Sport and Fitness Center as Oberlin's getting ready to get this second half started. They lead 30-23 over the home Adrian College Bulldogs. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard with you as we start the second 20 minutes. Braden, what improvements would you like to see from Adrian and Tim Kaiser's team in this second half?
Well, I'd love to see if they got more open looks. I mean, they keep on trying to take the contested layups, try and just drive it to the basket and try and see if they can take it. See, for an example right there by Seifert, trying to just use his body, but then just gets blocked. You got to get that wide open shot.
Nice finish from Andrew Gannon. That's his third basket of the night, 7 points total for him. Gannon, a junior from Pittsburgh. Dickerson gets through, and nifty shot there to finish off some shifty play in the paint.
Really nice to see those handles there in the paint as they try to close out this lead.
Nice finish there from Gannon. He adds another. Makes it 34-25 as that one misplayed by Dickerson. A miscue, and it's Oberlin ball. Looked like Dickerson was going to play it into Seifert, then saw the guy get in the way and then bobbled it, and just like that, it's back with the Yeoman.
Great shippy defense by the Yeoman to get that ball back.
This is dropped off for Gray. He's fouled. He'll head to the line after the miss. Looking at the stats here, Oberlin is 14 for 31 from the field. Bulldogs are 10 for 29. That's 45% for Oberlin, which is pretty good, and 34% for the Bulldogs. So Oberlin's shots have been limited, but the shots they have taken have been pretty successful.
That's what I'm saying. Like they take their picks, and you really like to see that. Like nice little pick and rolls, nice little pick and pops, but they're also not afraid to take the contact. But the problem is with Adrian, they just can't withstand that contact while driving into the paint, and that's what is really their downfall. They need to withstand the contact while driving towards the paint.
J.J. Gray hits them both. Perhaps the most impressive stat now is that Oberlin's 6 for 6 from the line, 100% free throw percentage so far in this game. Plenty of time left. Josh Jordan, oh man, can't get the finish on the initial attempt or the follow-up. Gannon is cooking right now for the Yeoman. Hands off for Okubo. Gray trying to shake loose from Dickerson. Puts one up. Rebound from Gannon, but a foul call against Oberlin. It's Gannon for the foul for a push-off there.
Can't really do that when going for a rebound. And like when they also do the push off, you can really take advantage of it by flopping. If you're really good at flopping, you can take advantage of it.
Here's Seifert. Slides one in. Slippery feed for Jordan. And that will be a charge against Josh Jordan. Or no, Bulldogs will keep it here. What's the decision? Bulldogs keep it. What's the call there? I thought the charge was signaled.
So that would be a blocking foul on the defense. So what you cannot do is fake a flop. And when they see that, they'll call you on it.
I just thought I saw the textbook point for the charge down there from the official, but that looked like the right call as there wasn't a lot of contact from Jordan, and Rex Steiner is going to inbound the ball.
Oh yeah, because of James Harden, now they look for that now. James Harden back in 2016 used to take advantage of that. Now, nice to see that refs looking for that.
Chrisman tangled up with Spiraglu as the ball goes out of play, and Rex Steiner will get it right back. Seifert heading to the outside, able to keep the handle as he's smothered. Released for Braylon Dickerson. Pull up, and it's no good. Yeoman lead by 11. Bulldogs need a response here.
Okubo just trying to get a pick going.
Yuki Okubo Andrew Millard. And that one bounces out. Seifert with the board.
Great job with the pick and pop. Just couldn't get the right touch on it. As Seifert finally converts that contact, gets that layup. Really love to see that.
Nice work by Seifert, as you said. He's got 9. Okubo moving to the right. Spiroglu, tough shot. Nothing but air there. Dickerson has it. Crosses over the timeline. For Seifert. Nick Seifert from the left side of the key. He's trapped down low, looking for a way out. Who's got the basketball? It's the Yeoman. Gannon will snatch it and give it for Anastas Spiroglu. Okubo. Gannon again, trying to get away from Seifert. This is Millard now. Back for Gannon again. 10 to shoot here as Millard pump fake, getting through, and a foul will be called on Kendall Chrisman as Millard will shoot free throws. What did you think from the defense there? Was that clean, or did Chrisman make some unnecessary contact with Millard on his drive to the cup?
There's not much really else you could have done right there. I mean, he was driving to the paint. He put his body on the line. Both of them fell over. Great job by the ref to call it. It's just not the right person to call it on because he is solid at his free throws. Saw him practicing into this during pregame warm-ups.
Millard moves the advantage to 10 for Oberlin. And he'll make the second. 8 for 8, the free throw stats for Oberlin. You know, sometimes that can be a difference in the game, whether you're taking advantage of your freebies or not, and so far the Yeomen have done just that. They lead by 11. Braylon Dickerson trying to change that, unsuccessful. Spiroglu. Radusinovic back for Anastasis. Spiroglu has Chrisman on skates and has the 2-point bucket.
That was a nice little dream shake by Spiroglu. Oh my goodness. Nice post game, nice footwork. You rarely see that nowadays.
A shimmy that would make a hula dancer proud, Braden.
You love to see it.
We'll head to the break. Back with more basketball in a moment as the Bulldogs trail by 13.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Back at the Marilot, out of the timeout. Bulldogs trail by 13. It's 40-27. The visitors from Oberlin in Ohio lead right now. Dickerson looking to help these Bulldogs answer the bell. Seifert tries the three. That will spin out.
Man, you really hate to see it spin out like that in such a situation right now, just trying to catch back up.
One guy I think we haven't talked about a whole lot is Yuki Okubo. He's been doing a really good job for this Oberlin team, and looking at his stats, You know, he's only 1 for 5 from the field, but I think the big stat that pops off the sheet is 6 assists. He's been the setup man for this Oberlin team. This is stolen away, and on the break is Darius Welch going for it, and Okubo stripped him. The little guy says, "You're not going to dunk on me like that. Come on now." Strips it out of his hands. Welch was already thinking about his celebration.
Right, he was already thinking about it. He was thinking he was about to get the big slam-a-jamma, but Yuki Okubo said, "Not in my house." And it wasn't even his house. It's technically their house.
For getting into specifics, this is Adrian College's house, the Marillette Sport and Fitness Center here at the Performance Gym. Calvin Keys, Braden Packard, and you know, that one was about to resonate throughout this building had Okubo not gotten a timely strip. And he'll sling it out here, distributing for Busquet. Back out for Millard. Moving in, and a nice finish. My goodness, Andrew Millard.
Miller's been able to withstand that contact, and that's been the key factor of this game. He is, every single time he drives to the basket, he's either taking the foul or he's getting the layup in.
Morrow pulls up and puts 2 points on the board to cut it to 13. Deep three, Sparaglu. High bounce in the air. Millard will find it. Okubo for Millard. Handed back off for Okubo. Sparaglu. Rex Steiner. Busquet thought he was fouled as that one will go off the front of the rim. Logan will push the ball up the court and then find Rex Steiner. Seifert now. They move this one for Darius Welch. Rex Steiner's in there, and he touched it last as it goes up. It's fun watching Josh Rex Steiner out there. He's not afraid to get his hands a little dirty. He just loves he's got to be careful. He's got the flagrant one, but, man, he really throws his weight around out there on the hardwood.
You love to see that reaction from the coach, too. Like to see that high five. It's like, yes, played that chippy defense. That's why you're here. You are a player. You're a player. You are a dog, and you love to see that.
He's a Bulldog.
Oh, yeah.
Okubo was fouled there, and I think he's going to go to the line here. He'll be shooting 2. Okubo, a junior from Los Angeles, California, attended Crossroads High School, and he's got the first. "26 rebounds for Oberlin in this game, opposed to 16 for Adrian. And still perfect from the line, 10 for 10.
That's a key factor here in the game as well. I mean, they have not missed a shot from the free throw line.
Seifert lost it there. Maybe an opportunity as that's knocked away by Schilling. Good D from number 14. Seifert has Morrow wide open if he can find him. Logan from 3. Seth Logan missed it. Anastasis Sparaglu lost it to Morrow. Chucks it up for Welch, and the oop was failed. Welch goes down hard, and luckily a foul was called against Anastasis Sparaglu.
Oh, I thought that was going to be the first alley-oop of this season. Couldn't get it cleanly. Hate to see that for the Bulldogs, as I believe that he will get his 2 free throws, though.
Want to see a fun play be made, obviously, but at the end of the day, Bulldogs need points on the board. They can't be playing around there, and the pass wasn't the greatest from Morrow.
Right, and it's also nice to see that he got right back up. The scary thing about a lob is that you don't know where it's going to go. You can land very awkward, and then you could get hurt. Really nice to see that he's right back up shooting at these free throws, making the lead 14. Let's see if he can make it a 13.
Welch will enjoy the fruit of his labor there as he goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and the score is 44-31 Oberlin. So you get those 2 points in the end.
Right, you love to see that.
Sparaglu from deep, nearly got the roll as Morrow has it for Adrian. DJ Morrow for Seth Logan. Logan into the paint, kicked out for Welch. I think they say he stepped out.
Right, he took a big step trying to get as much burst as he possibly can, but the drawback with that is you might go out of bounds when you're pushing from the three-point line. That's the drawback right there. You saw it in full effect. Now it's Yeoman ball, and they're laughing at him.
Gray will inbound it to Akubo. I do like what we're seeing from Darius Welch, though. He's kind of changed the climate for this Adrian offense a little bit, making things happen as he swats it away. And it's Adrian basketball. And then Welch makes a nice defensive play at the other end of the court.
Really nice to see that. Welch got it right back for his team after causing the turnover by stepping out of bounds. You really love to see that. Taking accountability and getting it right back for your boys. Chef's kiss.
What's been really great to see is some of the freshmen that have been getting involved tonight. We've seen a lot of DJ Morrow, the freshman guard, Darius Welch, another freshman from Lansing, Michigan, and then, Braylon Dickerson hasn't had a lot of success tonight, but bright future, especially for the backcourt of this Adrian team with Dickerson and Morrow.
You'll see flashes from these freshmen. Braylon Dickerson, you can see like at the beginning of the first half, was getting shifty in the mid-range area. Haven't really seen much of that here in the second half. But also Welch, he almost got that lob. You can see that he has some hops. Let's see if we can see that throughout the season.
Morrow, nice bucket there. Matched up against the much bigger Gannon, but it didn't matter. 11-point game. Okubo. Okubo kicked out for Gray. J.J. Gray, and the first basket of the game for Aiden Miller. Miller gets the finish, forces an Adrian timeout as Oberlin is cruising here, up 13 with 12:02 to go in this second half. Back with more basketball after these messages.
Bulldog fans, connect with Adrian College TV on social media to be updated when we're broadcasting live, to see highlights, plays of the week, and much more. Adrian College Television is on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. ACTV's handle is at Adrian College TV on every form of social media. Thank you for tuning in and subscribing to the home of the Bulldogs, Adrian College TV.
Welcome back inside the Marilat. Keys and Packard on the airwaves here on ACTV, NCAA Division III men's basketball. Good to have college hoops back.
You just love it. That's my favorite part about the colder months is basketball is coming back.
Hockey's been going for a little while here at Adrian. Now we got hoops.
No, you can't go wrong with Adrian College hockey as well. You love to see them boys play. I believe they're undefeated so far, right?
The NCAA team is, yes. The ACHA D1, I believe they are. Or no, they lost to Utica in overtime in one of their games. So undefeated in regulation. That's what I meant. Special thanks to our director, Alex Herman, for clearing things up for us here. Doing a great job behind the scenes as well, and Carmen Anderson working the camera. Great crew here with you. Appreciate all that they do. All of us Adrian College students here bringing you the action as Nick Seifert will look to create some action here on the court.
I like that segue.
There we go. But Seifert was unable to ride the segue towards the hoop and put the ball in the basket.
Right, he was driving. He just couldn't get that right touch on it. I mean, it bounced right off the backboard. It just bounced right off the rim. Hate to see that. The part about, like I was saying earlier, the part about driving in for a layup, you got to slow down. You got to. Otherwise, you're not going to get the right amount of touch on it.
Composure is key, and free throw shooting has been a bit of a snafu for Seifert tonight. As take a look at his individual stats from the stripe. He is Was he able to make that second one? I looked away.
No, he was unable to. You missed both of them, which is all right.
That makes him 2 for 6 from the free throw line. A deep shot coming in from Aiden Miller. Unsuccessful, but it's back with Bronson. And now a chance and a nice three-pointer from Dmitry Radusinovic from Montenegro with love.
You just love to see that heavily contested three. Defender closing out. You just like to see that bang. Very close to being a three-point foul.
Schilling shooting the lights out here. That's his second three. Bronson for the corner, and that's Gannon. Give it to him.
Bulldogs got to start closing off on these shooters because it's getting hot in here.
That it is. 3 consecutive three-pointers on both ends of the court. DJ Morrow says, may I have another? And the basketball god said, no, you may not.
Only so much threes to go around.
J.J. Gray with the lay. And that'll force another timeout as Oberlin is feeling good right now. They're up 54-33. That's good for a 21-point lead, and the Bulldogs will regroup during this timeout and will regroup during this commercial break.
Adrian College is a pinpoint like no other. With our 77 undergraduate degrees, 47 majors, and 21 broad fields of study, Adrian has a one-of-a-kind, hands-on learning experience for everyone. Do you want to visit the campus of Adrian College in person? Visit adrian.edu/campus-visit. Again, that's adrian.edu/campus-visit. Come take in the beautiful facilities at Adrian College for yourself.
Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
Back inside the Marilot is this one getting a little bit out of hand for the Bulldogs. Oberlin leads by 21, 54-33, and we've got 10:26 to go in this one. What have been the issues for Adrian that need to get patched up moving forward?
Well, their defense is one of the glaring factors. They keep biting on the pick and rolls. They keep biting on the screens. They need to stop that. What they need to do is remind who they're defending and realize that, hey, they're most likely not going to do the pick and roll. It's going to be a pick and pop and shoot the three. They've been really good at that so far in this game.
Seifert. Jacob jostling the defender. Juxtaposing, and it's no good as the foul call is going to be against Jacob. My goodness.
I don't know. I feel like they seemed that he was being a little bit too aggressive there, leading with his shoulder and his elbow. I'm not sure what the call was there.
Ooh, and that's a pretty easy call.
Right.
That call was well defined against DJ Morrow. No shadow of a doubt with that one, as he gave him a little slap on the wrist.
You cannot deny that. You could see that from a mile away.
Didn't take X-ray vision for the official there. Zach Bronson at the line. Bronson shooting the one-on-one, strokes the first one in, and now he'll have number two.
Nice to see that they've just been getting locked in, making sure that they just breathe for a second, not rushing these free throws.
So Bronson will go 1 for 2, and here's DJ Morrow.
That was their first missed free throw of the game.
I forgot about that. That's a significant, maybe that's the turning point for the Bulldogs. Who knows? Tough to beat a team that makes their free throws. That's what I always say.
Right.
Here's Dickerson. I don't think they'll be too upset about 1 for 12 or 11 for 12 or whatever it is.
Right.
Seifert heading in, and Nick Seifert. Oh, boy, is he tough to stop down low. He's been a highlight for this Bulldog team. He's one of the guys that we were excited to watch going into this one, and he's really delivered. He's got 13 points on the night now in double digits. J.J. Gray, he traveled. 9:18 to go. It would take something somewhat miraculous for Adrian to come back in this one, but crazier things have happened, and I think for Tim Kaiser and this young team, it's all about the pushback here down the stretch.
I believe right now it is a 20-point lead. Bulldogs still have a chance to come back if they just be playing perfect. They just got to play lights out and play aggressive on defense. Like I'm saying, quit biting on the picks. Take a page from the Yalman's book.
Dickerson. Seifert on the dribble. He'll go it alone, and nice board by Welch, but he is stuffed by J.J. Gray, who didn't come to play.
Great shot block by Gray. Really nice to see that he had the anticipation on it. He wasn't allowing it. He was like, no, sir. I'm not letting you guys close out this lead.
The effort and the execution has been superior for Oberlin so far. And here's another attempt and another tray ball, courtesy of Aiden Miller.
Right, you like to see these trays so far throughout this game. No one's afraid to shoot it, and that's what I've been saying a lot. I know, but you really love to see it as a commentator that no one's afraid to shoot and no one's afraid to drive for the basket.
Dickerson tried it, didn't get through, and as you said, shooters shoot, and Oberlin's done it pretty well tonight.
Indeed he has. He hasn't really missed a shot, and when he has, he's got to run it back, though. He's like, okay, I got to get the momentum going. I got to get the form down. You got to realize that it is muscle memory.
Certainly. And they spend a lot of time in the gym practicing those, as Braylon Dickerson will make the first. Still, Oberlin with an impressive metric, shooting 46.7% from the field.
That's pretty good numbers throughout the season opener. You really love to see that. Let's see if he can build off that throughout the season.
Dickerson, attempt numero dos, and he's got it. Okubo. From downtown, Andrew Millard, and he missed that one.
Millard's been playing consistent so far in this game. That was one of the only misses that I've really seen him have. Then again, he's really been driving to the paint. One of the first trays that I've seen him take.
Nick Seifert will, I believe, shoot the 1-and-1 here, as he was fouled, and he's drawn a lot of fouls but hasn't quite been able to capitalize from the line as he would have liked to.
Right, you really hate that, but if you really can't capitalize from the line, make sure that is a reboundable ball so that your teammates are able to capitalize and make 2 points out of it. Make sure that, hey, if that is not your strength, make it so. You know what I mean?
Here's Busquet, works it out for Millard. Now back for Busquet, and he'll plop it into the hands of Okubo. Recksteiner tried the foot there to block up that pass, and then it's Kendall Chrisman.
Thought this was a game of kickball, but this is basketball.
Chrisman just stopped that shot in his tracks, and the chance to put some points on the board, and he does. Bang!
You love to see the tray here in the second half of the game to close it out, and I believe that will be a timeout.
With that, it's an 18-point game. Kendall Chrisman christens that ball into the cup. Back after the break.
If there was one word I was going to use to describe the communication arts program at Adrian College, it would be unique. Students find themselves on the radio, in front of and behind the camera, and directing their own programs. Students learn in a personalized environment that sets them up for a world of opportunities. Are you ready for your moment in the limelight? Learn more about the Rush Communications Center and Adrian College's communications program by visiting adrian.edu today.
Back inside the Marilat Performance Gym, Calvin Keys, Braden Packard. Who stood out to you from both sides so far in this one, Braden, as the Oberlin Yeomen lead 58-40?
So far on the Oberlin side, number 15, Robert Millard, has been standing out to me. He's not afraid to draw that contact when he's going towards the paint, and he's been capitalizing so far. And on the Bulldogs side, I will 100% say that is number 10, Nick Survey. I apologize for that. He's been playing phenomenal defense. Hasn't really been capitalizing on the free throw line, but that's completely fine. He's been driving, and he's been learning throughout this game. I'm like, hey, I got to get my rhythm going. Really nice to see that throughout.
Nick Seifert, 13 points on the evening, despite going 2 for 6 from the line. Andrew Gannon, as you said, he's leading the Yeomen with 12 points. Here's Bisquette. Miller worked for Okubo with 10 to shoot. Dribble, drive, up and under the hoop. Chrisman. Rex Steiner. Quick passing here from the Bulldogs. That's beautiful. And Chrisman will create an opportunity at the free throw line.
Really like to see that shooting foul. Nice to see that the refs get the positioning on it every time. I haven't really seen a missed call yet.
3 players waiting to check in for the Yeomen as Chrisman will try his luck with his team down 18. Chrisman makes the first. We'd like to take this opportunity to remind you to subscribe to us here on YouTube if you're enjoying this coverage of Adrian College athletics, and also check us out at Adrian College TV on Instagram, X, Facebook, everywhere. If you are interested in keeping up with the latest in Adrian College athletics, ACTV is your one-stop shop.
Also on the YouTube, make sure to hit the bell notification to be let known of the next broadcast of all sports here at Adrian College. Thank you all for joining us here so far in the second half.
Colin Packard, the post-notification promoter.
Can't forget it. Can't let people lack here. I love to commentate here, and I love everyone else commentating here. I want everybody to get the equal opportunity here.
Yeah, thanks for being here with us. Braden Packard, just a freshman. Welcome aboard. It's been fun so far.
It really has been. I've just loved every single opportunity so far that I've been given.
Rex Steiner didn't love his chances there, throwing one high off the glass as Okubo will grab it. Just a reminder to tune into our next broadcast tomorrow night. The ACHA D1 team for Adrian they're number 6 in the country. They're taking on number 5 Niagara, looking to put the Purple Eagles in their place. We've got 5:54 to go here from the Marilat.
It's going to be a chippy game tomorrow. I'm going to tune into that. Can't wait to see that.
J.J. Gray on the inbound. Okubo.
Okubo just trying to read the offense, making sure that he gets an opening as Gray just tries to get the layup. But that'll be a jump ball.
Jump between Makanovich and Welch, and the arrow favors Adrian as J.J. Gray slow to get up. He'll limp back up to his feet, and good to see Gray okay.
Right, as we get a substitution going on right now, I believe this will be a jump ball. If not, I believe this will be in Adrian's possession.
Well, the schedule will stay busy for Adrian after this one. They'll be down at Heidelberg this weekend for the Ron Linhart Memorial Tournament, taking on Penn State Altoona in the first game, and then we'll see who they face after that depending on the results. Logan. Welch. Darius from downtown. That's a dagger. Okubo trying to evade. Sparaglu. And unable to hold on to that ball was Gannon. 13-point game. Bulldogs have some life here. Making it interesting. Making Oberlin think twice and battle for it here down the stretch. The Yeomans still lead by 13, and we've still got a little ways to go in this one. The conclusion after these messages.
Matt Kibbe, the current student body president here at Adrian College. I chose AC because the campus simply feels like home. Everywhere I go, I know the amenities are there to help me succeed and get to the next level in my career. If you want to see what Adrian College has to offer, you can schedule an in-person visit at adrian.edu/campus-visit.
The Adrian College Media Production House provides opportunities for students to learn and grow live on the airwaves, just like Matt Kibbe.
I've gotten a chance to create a relationship with coaches and teams and learn more from people instead of trying to teach myself something. Got an opportunity to expand my knowledge of sports, hone in on my skills as a broadcaster, and learn about equipment in different ways. You get more of a connection with professors as well.
Providing opportunities, growing leadership. The Adrian College Media Production House. Thanks for tuning in.
Bulldogs trail 58-45 here. 5:06 up on the clock. Ball in the hands of Braylon Dickerson. Adrian hosting Oberlin and the first game of both of these ball club seasons. Darius Welch won't go. Logan, the offensive rebound. Trying to go to work, and foul called against Okubo. Logan will shoot the 1-and-1. Seth Logan, the sophomore from Fenton, Michigan. Didn't see a lot of game time last year, but stepping into a more prominent role this season.
Right, you really love to see that as you get more adjusted to the offense and the defense for the Bulldogs. It's really nice to see that he's getting more opportunities.
This will test Logan's shooting form. And he'll get another opportunity. Cuts it to 12. It ain't over till it's over. Bulldogs trying to bounce back here after going down 23 at one point.
Right,
and he gets the second.
They had an offensive slump for a second, just couldn't draw any contact, just couldn't do anything really besides play some pesky defense. But now that they got that rhythm going, now they're doing both on both sides.
Yuki Okubo for J.J. Gray. Back out for Okubo, guarded by Dickerson with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Okubo, boy, he is good at passing the rock around. Sets up a three-pointer that won't go. Millard fumbled. Dickerson knocked it out, so the ball will stay here.
I feel like Braylon Dickerson should have just let that ball go out of bounds. He could have had that, but that gives Yeoman another opportunity.
It's tough, though, because your instinct is to want to grab a hold of it.
Right, you love that rebound stat. You really love to see it, but you know, when you're trying to make a play and you're this close to your basket, it's nice just to let it roll out of bounds.
Okubo orchestrating. Logan guarding him. Okubo will fumble it. Trying to get to the left. Puts up the shot. No good. Offensive rebound. And I think they're going to call Logan for the foul there on Gannon. 1-and-1 coming up for Andrew Gannon.
Right, both sides have gotten a little bit chippy so far. Nice to see that nothing major has really broken out of this though.
Whoa, Gannon gets a little bit of luck there on the bounce, and he's got a team leading 13 points in this one. 5 for 8 from the field, and now 2 for 2 from the line, make it 3 for 3. He's been the top performer for this team so far, the junior from the Steel City.
That'll be a block and foul, backcourt violation. You just can't be doing that as soon as he gets the ball. You can't be pushing him like that. That's why they call it. Give him his 2.
Here we go for Nick Seifert.
Seifert hasn't really been able to take opportunity of this, though. Let's see if he can get that stroke down, and if not, let's see if his teammates are able to get the rebound and able to capitalize.
Man, Seifert's struggles continue here. It's been interesting because he's been able to score so easily down low, but I think the Yeomen have figured out, hey, all we have to do is foul him, and he's not going to be able to score very well.
All right, it reminds me of the Hack-a-Shack back what they used to do, but I believe J.J. Gray just got pushed down to the ground. They just called it.
Yeah, it's a lane violation against Gray because he stepped into the paint before the shot hit the rim.
Hope that he is okay.
Think Dickerson bumped into him there?
I believe so. I'm not quite sure what happened there. I just seen him slip like it was almost like on a banana peel.
Oh, Kubo.
Nice little behind the back.
Logan trying to lock him up. Yuki Okubo content to just chill out there with 10 seconds left to shoot. He'll find Millard, and now it's J.J. Gray with the rock and spinning around and knocking it down. Great work by Gray.
J.J. Gray has been doing phenomenal work in the mid-range area today.
Somehow, Braylon Dickerson doubles down and gets it to go. That's always so impressive to me, those contested shots in tight.
Right, especially when you're right underneath the basket, that is a really difficult shot to get because it requires the right amount of bounce off the backboard.
Feels like the Yeomen have just been content to run off the first few minutes or a few seconds of the shot clock, take it down to 10, and then try to go to work. And now the Bulldogs will get the ball back. They've just been so patient.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They know they got the lead right now, and they know as much as they chew the clock, they're going to hold on to that win. So they hold on to that ball. They know, hey, we don't got to do anything else flashy. We just gotta hold. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
We just got to play some smart basketball.
Apologies, Braden, and trying to take as much of the clock off, like you said, and close this one out with 2:38 to go. Trying to prevent that from happening is Chrisman. Big and one for Darius Welch.
It's a tough play from Welch.
Initial shot from Kendall Chrisman. Welch soaring, knocked into by Millard, but it didn't matter as he splashes it. And now he will go to the line right above that MIAA text in the paint.
All right, it's really hard to get that put-back layup, especially with so much contact, but he was able to get the right positioning on it to get the rebound. Perfect touch on it. Great and one opportunity.
Andrew Gannon and Milan Makanovich both in foul trouble for the Yeomen. They've got 4 apiece. Josh Jordan and Josh Recksteiner both have 3 apiece for the Bulldogs, and Yuki Okubo has 3 of his own. Timeout called by the Bulldogs, and we've got a 10-point basketball game here as Darius Welch was able to complete the 3-point play, and we're going to head to the commercial break with this one getting tighter by the minute. Adrian applying some pressure here. And back after these messages.
Adrian College has dozens of athletics programs, and winning is a staple on our campus. We have the culture of winning in and out of the classroom. This is a place where young men and women grow into professionals for life. Are you interested in learning more about the Bulldog experience? Visit adrianbulldogs.com and the Recruit Me tab to be recruited to play your sport of choice today. If you have what it takes, you could be a Bulldog in no time.
Back at the Hardwood here in Adrian, Michigan. Home opener for the Bulldogs. They trail 62-52 against the Yeomen of Oberlin College. And we talked about Adrian's future schedule. They're going to be at the Ron Linhart Memorial Tournament down in Tiffin, Ohio, hometown of Nick Seifert, who's leading the Bulldogs with 13 points tonight. First game will be on Friday at 6 p.m. versus Penn State Altoona. And then they'll play again on Saturday, depending on how things shake out. Then looking over at the future schedule for the Yeomen, they're going to be at another MIAA school, Alma College, on Saturday at 2 p.m.
Right, it's nice to see what these teams are looking forward to throughout this beginning of the season. Let's see if anybody can flourish throughout. Really nice to see what they got throughout here at the beginning of the season.
Gray will play it in here for Radzinovich. Okubo. Yuki Okubo has been at the center of everything the Yeomen have done tonight. He's been the catalyst and absorbs a foul from DJ Morrow on that play. Third foul for Morrow, as this will be a 1-and-1 for Yuki.
Yuki Okubo has been playing phenomenal so far. I mean, he has done his fair share on the scoring category, but his passing is what has been filleting the Bulldogs so far. You just can't go wrong with it. He gets the pass out quick and right where the spot needs to be.
It's been insanely impressive to see how well he can drive down low and then just chuck it out right into the hands of one of his shooters. Dickerson. Darius Welch fakes. Thought it would be a travel there, but he let go of it in time apparently, and Okubo will whiz by Morrow and then cut backwards to kill some more clock. Here with a $1:55 left in this NCAA Division III hoops contest. Okubo's just going to hang back out there for as long as possible. Moving in now, and again, dishes for Millard, and that one is way off the mark. Seifert speeding. Morrow stops up. Walks through the pick of Welch. Lost it, just able to keep it in the front court. Seifert, left side. He'll try one from way out. No issues for Nick Seifert. Cuts it to 8 here at the Maryland.
Great job from Seifert.
Look at this. Right in front of the bench. No one thought he was going to shoot it from out there, but proves everybody wrong. Oberlin caught by surprise and makes that shot. As what was the call here that is going to set up these foul shots for Okubo? I missed it.
I believe I missed that too. I was watching the replay of Seifert's 3.
Must have been a quick foul on the floor as Yuki will make the first. Shiva Senthil, the head coach for the Yeomen, has to like what he's seen so far. And 2 for 2 from the stripe for Yuki Okubo. Morrow looking for more space. Can't get more points. This is tapped out by Dickerson. They're going to say it's Oberlin ball, much to the chagrin of the fans here in attendance. Ten-point margin in this one with 58 seconds on the clock. By the looks of things, Oberlin is going to improve to 1-0 on the year, and the Bulldogs will drop their first contest of the season. Okubo lost it to Seifert. Has Dickerson with him, and he'll lay it in. Seifert does it himself, and back to an 8-point deficit for Adrian as we get another timeout coming this time from the Oberlin Yeomen. And we'll stay here down the stretch, taking a look at our overall stats in this one as we close things out. The scoreline is 65-57 in favor of the Yeomen, who have come in and put together a nice balanced team performance. Looking at our totals for the night, Bulldogs 35% from the field, Yeomen are 41%. And three-point percentage, 28% for the Yeomen, 31% for the Bulldogs. One big stat that's significant, 88% from the free throw line for Oberlin, only 61% for Adrian, in large part to some of the issues Seifert's had from that spot tonight. Rebounds are 37-27 in favor of Oberlin. Bulldogs have only led for just under 3 minutes in this game as Oberlin came out of the gates hot. They've maintained their lead for most of this one.
I'm going to say Oberlin had just took the advantage and hasn't looked back since. And I believe that was out of bounds.
That was a textbook trap in the corner on Millard and forces Oberlin to burn another timeout with 41 seconds on the clock.
Really nice to see the Bulldogs playing some chippy defense to force. I believe that was either an out of bounds or a travel, as people were trying to, do the little roll with their arms. But the refs are discussing it.
Looking at the team leaders for both sides, Seifert has really been the standout for Adrian. 16 points tonight and 2 for 4 from 3. And the stat that we'll want to forget is 2 for 9 from the free throw line, but adds 4 rebounds, a couple of assists, and has played most of this game. What have you liked from Seifert?
I like how Seifert wasn't afraid to take the contact. Even though what I was saying earlier, that how he wasn't able to take it, but he was taking it, though. He just couldn't find his touch. He was able to find it closer towards the second half, and I was really glad to see that, as now he has 16 points. What I would really like to see from him throughout the season is to work on that free throw form. 2 from 9 for the free throw. I mean, if he was able to capitalize on those shots, it would be a much closer game right now. But it can't just be put onto one person. So it's always a team effort. There's 4 other guys out there. Let's see how they can react.
One thing that's been encouraging, after going down by 20-plus, Adrian's really crawled back into this one and made it more of a ball game here late on.
Oh, 100%. They're playing some chippy defense, and they're not letting them they're not letting the score get to them. They're making sure that they're making every play count, and that's what you love to see.
A couple of guys I'd like to see more of this weekend for the Bulldogs. I've thought that when Darius Welch and Kendall Chrisman have been out there, they've looked really solid.
Yeah, they have some good chemistry going. It's nice to see when they set picks for each other because they know exactly where they want to go and exactly where their hot zones are and exactly where their cold zones are too. It's really nice to get to know your teammates throughout the season, to know what they're good at and what their strengths are.
On the other side of the coin, who stood out to you for the Yeomen? They've had a pretty balanced performance all around, but is there one guy that's been impressive?
I would say it's either number 11, Yuki Akubo, with the assists, or number 15, Robert Millard, being able to withstand so much contact while driving towards the rim. It's really hard to do that nowadays with these guys being so big, but he's not letting it get to him, as he has not really gotten to him. But Yuki Akubo has been playing chippy defense for not being the tallest guy on the court. He's probably going to be nothing towards him, but he's not the tallest. It's just he's been playing chippy defense, and he's not letting it get to him. It's hard over height.
Robert Millard, 7 points tonight. Okubo has 7. Andrew Gannon has led the way, shooting 62% from the field, and he's accrued 14 points in this game.
Very solid performances from all 3 players.
Gray will get us going again here. 36 seconds left. Nearly stolen there on the inbound. Gray's going to bobble it. And Oberlin needs to get out of the backcourt here. There's about to be a violation in a second. 10-second violation is called. The head coach for Adrian, Tim Kaiser, petitioning wildly with the referee. I think that was 10 seconds pretty clearly. Shiva Senthil on the other side is pleading his case. And
love to see how verbal he is. As an Italian man, I love how he's using his hands to talk.
My goodness. Here's Dickerson. Tried to put some English on that finish and wasn't able to put it in, as Bulldogs are down 8, 15 seconds. We'll see if they can score a point for every 2 seconds left on the clock. That's what it would take at this point in the contest. It's Welch, DJ Morrow for 3.
As he drops it in, making it a 5-point deficit. but I think it's too late.
That's another violation. My goodness. 11 seconds left, 5-point game. J.J. Gray couldn't put it in. And now you're thinking, if we can get a shot off here quickly and then foul, we're still alive in this one. Wow. Miscues from the Yeoman. And Tim Kaiser is telling his guys, get off the court. The bench ran out there after the 5-second violation, and now Darius Welch will put it in.
It's nice to see that everyone is trying to get their shooters in on the Bulldogs side, just trying to get that wide open.
They're going to say Welch took too long now. Or no, it's a blocking foul.
It's a blocking foul, and
it's on Braylon Dickerson.
You hate to see it because Chrisman just made that shot that would have made it a 2-point game. I just love basketball, man. I love to see it.
Those calls go both ways, and still sitting with 11.9 on the clock, with Oberlin leading by 5. Braden, you really were letting some of that frustration out there. My goodness.
I'm feeling it for these Bulldogs right now. I don't know what the violation was right there because he was setting the screen and he had his feet set. I'm with the fans here, and I don't like being biased here, folks, but that's the one time I can't lie.
Okubo fouled by Seifert with 10 seconds left.
You love to see that the Yeomen have been playing phenomenal offense and defense. You cannot deny it. This has been playing phenomenal. As Yuki Okubo gets another free throw opportunity.
Nearly out-rebounding the Bulldogs as well by close to a 2-to-1 ratio. It's 37-27.
That is honestly crazy to think about. I feel like that is another redeeming factor. You got to get them rebounds. That is all, like, rebounds are important. Free throw percentage is important. Those are factors that you'd always try to forget about. It's like, oh, rebounds aren't flashy and free throws aren't flashy, but those are key factors to winning a game of basketball.
Morrow from way out, and Welch will save it, but they say he stepped out. I don't think he did. Seifert makes the three, so it won't matter. Oberlin up 7, and that will send the fans to the exits.
All right, people are just waiting to see if they can get one last play off. Let's see what happens, folks. So
expect Oberlin to just hold on to this basketball, and that's what they're going to do. The Yeomen on the road get it done 67-60, and they will start the season with a big win away. Bulldogs let things get out of hand early on in the second half. There was pushback, but it wasn't enough. I think if you're Tim Kaiser, you're writing down free throws, rebounds, and patience offensively. But there was a lot of positives, too.
Oh, 100%. They were phenomenal in the mid-range area, and they were not afraid to withstand that contact. In the first half of the game, you could see they were kind of iffy. They were trying to get that flow down. But once it got to the second half, that's when the flow started to go. That's when everything started to heat up, and you really love to see that. It just couldn't happen sooner, and that was the downfall for the Bulldogs.
Oberlin takes us 1 by 7. We'll have our next home broadcast of men's basketball for you here on ACTV. It won't be until December 9th. The Bulldogs will play their next 6 games on the road by the looks of it. So they'll head out on a road trip, and we'll be back with you on December 9th on Saturday when they take on Case Western Reserve. But until then, Calvin Keys, Braden Packard, Alex Herman, Carmen Anderson, our entire ACTV crew bidding you good night.
Continue to take pride and learn from Asa Mahan's leadership today.